30 hertz straight up. 30 hertz straight up.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Like check 1 2 1 2.
What it do? What it do? What it do?
Feel this thing like a chicken wing on a string. Shit,
What the hell is a chicken wing on a string?
nigga, I don't know, but it sound good.
I
A
get.
chicken wing on a string.
I never had that. I done had chicken wings, and I've had a couple of strings a day in my life, but I don't think I never had a chicken wing on a string. That sounds.
Listen, I done had a chicken lollipop
What in the hell is that?
or lollipop chicken. That's when you take a chicken leg and you cut them tendons at the bottom. You cut them little tendons at the bottom and you pull that motherfucker up and you put it up like a lollipop and tie a little string around it and you can deep fry it or you can cook it.
I don't think I want that. That don't sound
So you
good.
laughing at that
No,
shit.
that's like a chicken on a stick, basically.
But nah, yeah, chicken on a stick, but it's still on the leg.
What?
It's still on the bone.
Oh, I don't
You
know. I
you
don't know.
take the leg and you know the little ligament that holds the flesh down to the bottom part of the leg. You cut it while it's raw and you slide the meat up and tie it down like a lollipop. It's just a presentation.
Okay.
It's a good different way to present a fucking chicken leg, which is usually the ass part of chicken that don't nobody like but kids. To present it in a adult like manner.
So grown folks gonna want to eat.
Yeah, so Grandma's like, oh, this is a cute. This is lollipop chicken.
I think I'd rather just have a chicken on a stick, boy.
Hey, I made some chicken on a stick on a skewer
Ain't that
last
all
month.
chicken on a stick is?
Basically, I did it like they do at the Chinese place. I put them on skewers and put it real close together and season, and that shit was so good. Oh my gosh. Put them oils and them spices on there. I would have thought I was at motherfucking Dodge store. Now Dodge store had the fried chicken on the stick, but they had like potatoes and
What
something else on
though?
there.
When them chicken on the stick first came out, them shits was fire.
They was.
This
Cause what I was on them. Them
It
folk,
had chicken, potato, onion, pepper, and pickle.
damn.
Then they took it away, and when it came back, it still had the same stuff in it, but it just tasted different. I think they used a different flour or something. It just didn't taste the same.
Dodge used to be that shit.
Hmm.
Then Dodge just used to have that fried corn, literally corn on a stick, battered and deep fried.
That sounds so fucking fat, boy. It was
But
good.
that was back when
You
shit
could go
was
down
good. You
there
could
to the
eat it and it wouldn't be no problem.
you could go down there to Dodges and get you a whole meal and everything gonna be the same color.
It is. That's how I feel about them damn Arab stores y'all be shopping in,
Who be shopping in them?
them gas stations. Girl,
I
shit,
don't
no,
eat
they don't
gas
eat.
station food. I used to though, but I don't no more.
Ooh, shit, they only eat this shit. Fuck no. Hell no. But yeah, all that shit be one color. I remember the one on Airways. That shit, them motherfuckers had spaghetti and all kind of shit in there. Ma'am, you was Arab. I know you motherfuckers don't eat no damn spaghetti. Hell no. I'm getting this shit.
I wouldn't either.
Don't give me that little sway fish though.
I don't want that either. It used to be we go in there, like, what kind of fish is this tilapia? I'm good, bro. I don't want that shit.
All right. I ain't never ate no tilapia, but I
I
would fuck
have.
with
I
that.
used to make some fire ass lemon pepper baked tilapia. That shit'll be so. Then I used to cook it on the grill. Oh my god,
Mm,
it used to be so good. Till I realized they be growing that shit in swimming pools.
man, and it is a whole hybrid. That's what I realized about that sway. They talking about, this is a catfish alternative. Ma'am, y'all made this in somebody's lab in China. I'm good. I am good because real catfish costs way more than this. You mean to tell me this all? And they used to advertise that shit because I used to go to Red Bones, and on Tuesdays they would have all you can eat catfish. And so
Is
I went one time with this
that
girl
by
I worked with. I
Logan?
said, uh,
Is that by Logan's?
yeah, the one used to be by Logan's. I was like, okay, catfish, come on. And she was like, oh, this ain't really catfish, this sway. Bitch, like sway Lee. No, ma'am, I'm not coming back. I'm good. Don't you ever give me no get more sway in your life.
Where he say nuggets. Talking about the catfish nuggets.
Right, some of these catfish. Man, I'd rather eat some catfish than eat that bullshit.
I'd rather eat
Y'all
Nemo
done,
than that shit.
right, y'all done lied to me. Then I used to go to Catfish Galley all the time and eat.
I know. I remember we done went in there a couple times.
And I fucked around and watched that video that they be having playing while you waiting.
What was
Nigga,
the
that fucked me
video?
up. Girl, it was the video of how they farm raised this catfish. I said, why aren't they showing this? Why do I see
Because
everything, first of
it's
all?
full disclosure, and most people don't pay attention to that shit.
Well, I did, and I was like, "Am I supposed to be seeing this?" Girl, they had the whole process of them. Girl, they raised these damn things. They look like big ass silos of pools that all these fish is circling it, and then the food they feed them look like goddamn dry ass dog food. Hell no, I'm good.
Fish
I'm
pellets.
good.
But that's what they feed
Exactly.
goldfish, fish pellets.
But I don't fucking eat
What do
goldfish,
fish
do I?
supposed to eat? Worms and crickets and shit?
Worms and bugs and not motherfucking fish pellets. But
Pellets.
I guess it's catfish. Catfish eat what they want to eat. Ugh.
But I still would rather my catfish to eat worms and crickets than
Well,
pellets.
catfish eat anything. That's the problem. Catfish is not a
They
kosher.
like the pigs.
Yeah, they like the pigs of the sea, baby. They like the shrimps of the sea. They
Like
are,
roaches.
yes, they are the roaches of the rivers. Them niggas is nasty.
I'm dead. No, ma'am. Let me read this
Yeah.
title. Okay. So tonight's episode, we're gonna be talking about respecting differences. Differences. How you say that? Differences.
My whole life has changed.
Okay,
My
Jigga, why
whole
ain't you hear me? Ah! No, I'm just saying. On
life to
tonight's episode,
change.
we will discuss the topic of respecting differences. I put one quotation and then put the other one. That's all right. I fix it. Our conversation will include different aspects of how the topic can be implemented in everyday life. Of course, we will get off task clearly because we already been off task. Display some sass and crack jokes in our West Tennessean lingo.
Hey now, hey now, hey now, say now.
Man. You got a word.
I do. So the Merriam-Webster's word of the day for September the 21st, 2025 is lugubrious. Lo gu,
Lugubrious.
lu, lugubrious.
I feel
Let me
like we
spell this
had
for you.
that word before. Have we had that word before?
We have not.
It might have been something
Lugub.
that sounded like it. What it mean? My bad. I'm
All
sorry.
this shit starting to sound the same nowadays. I'd be like, nigga, did y'all just make this word up today? This shit,
They did.
like,
I think they made that one up yesterday.
they did. So lugubrious is an adjective. It's spelled lugubrious. And what it means is lugubrious is a formal word used chiefly to describe something that is very sad, especially in an exaggerated or insincere way. The
Mm.
word can also describe something that shows or expresses gloom. Example: the lugubrious room mood in the room shifted when the voices of children playing erupted outside the window. So basically, that shit means sad. A sad to describe something that's very sad.
Mm.
Okay. This a adjective describing something. Oh my gosh, I was so. I'm gonna start saying it. Oh my gosh, I was so lugubrious today.
Okay, well, I am pulling from my Hoodoo Terror deck. It's a 78 card deck and book for root workers by Tiana Lee McQuiller. And I pulled Ace of Baskets. And baskets is one of the tools that's used to represent different things, different aspects. And baskets represents love, emotions, and healing. And the ace of basket is presented by a plant, which is wild lettuce. If anybody knows that wild lettuce is used for pain relief. And the image is a basket overflowing with water that sits atop a lodestone. Lodestones are used in hoodoo to attract love and prosperity. The meaning of the card is compassion, emotional renewal, having a sense of peace, falling in love, conception, new relationships, happiness, messages in water, abundance, empath, intuition, feeling refreshed, spiritual people, and healing old wounds. And when I flipped it, it flipped upward, so that means that's the positive. It was positive. But if I had flipped it the other way, which would be negative, and that would be suppressed feelings, unrequited love, being overly emotional, miscarriage, and bad breakups. But since I pulled it positive, it represents the positive aspects. So I think that can relate to, our conversation that we was having earlier about doing what's best for me in our aspects and having compassion and emotional renewal basically for myself, because I try to pull every card and everything that I pull, I try to relate it to myself and not like outside
Cause
anything.
I can't tell nothing about nobody else but myself. Now.
Right. And so all I can do is work on my own emotional renewal and having a sense of peace for myself, falling in love. And it could be whether I'm falling in love. It could be I'm falling in love with somebody, or me falling in love with with my
Or
new
usually when you fall in, like Robin Hemming said, when you fall in love with somebody, that's really you falling in love with a version of yourself
exactly that
that
you
you
see
need to.
within that person, because
Right.
everybody is a mirror to you.
Yep.
Every interaction is a mirror. So,
Every relationship that you get into is
mhm.
part you. It's where you are in that
And I'm
point in
okay with
life.
it. So,
Huh?
Ace of Baskets. And this is I've been real skeptical to utilize this deck on the podcast, but I'm there.
Why you scared? You scared? Say you scared.
Because I've used these cards before and the readings were so on point that I scared myself.
They
So
scared you.
I put them down for a little while, but I'm at a point in my life where I'm confident enough to where I'm okay with picking them up.
Okay. Guess what, y'all? Mars is in Scorpio. Boop, boop, boop.
What that mean?
I don't know, but my Mars is in Scorpio. And Mars is at home in Scorpio. So don't come for me,
Ain't
bitch.
Scorpio, how you fight basically?
Mars is how you strategize.
Well, my Mars is in Gemini, so shit.
Ooh, that's what Lily's is in Gemini. And Nola's, I looked at Nola's chart. Nola's Gemini. Mercury is in Gemini.
Mine is too.
And so is Lily's. And her and Lily beef, baby.
Oh yeah, that's probably why. Then they go. And a lot of times they probably so similar in those
Yeah, they
acts.
see each other. They
Yeah,
see each other for who they are. And it's like, ooh, clock it. But yeah, Mars is in Scorpio.
and it's an eclipse in what Virgo or some shit.
It's in Virgo. Or no, it's in Pisces. It was in Virgo. On the 7th, it's in Pisces. It's on the Virgo Pisces axis.
Mm. That sound
Mm,
that sound emotionally stable.
yeah.
Just with Virgo, and then I mean with Pisces, then Virgo. I don't know. I've been okay with in this whatever's happening in the stars today.
Yeah, I have too. I've been okay with whatever's happening in the stars for the past month or so, ever since this little stuff started. After since Virgo season has started, I have been a okay with
You
everything.
cool. Yeah. Virgo season is not hard for me. I
Yeah,
actually
Virgo season, but
I
Virgo season be
organize
hard for a
shit.
whole. Virgo season is hard for a lot of people because that's coming in leading into the fall, and the fall is when all your shit you done did starts. Your karmic cycle starts
Yeah.
coming back. Like just like what they say, what you reap is what you sow. What you been
Mm,
reaping all first part of the year, it starts coming back to fruition in the fall per se. With
mm.
with 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 food, life, everything, stuff starts coming to fruition in the fall.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yes, Lord.
Say what karma, if you believe in it.
Exactly. So what you whatever you reap is what you sound. Yeah, it is in Virgo. I'm sorry. It was a new moon and solar. It was a solar eclipse.
In Virgo.
Uh-huh. Today. There was a lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 7th.
That's what
And
I
I
thought I was saying that somewhere. It was in Virgo.
yeah, and I've been getting in tune with my feelings and
I
just the
have too.
reality. I'm not delusional about things anymore. Like I really have just used I just gloss over stuff. It's like I be knowing stuff, but then I just be like, you know what, just fuck it. It's just whatever. Just to move past and move on. But I just now I'm not delusional. I'm all like, no, this is what you did. This is what happened. I
Right.
see it for what it
So now
is.
this is the reason why this is
Or this is why I'm doing while I'm falling back or I'm going harder or whatever. Whatever
yeah,
I decide to do, this is why.
yeah.
So
That
yeah,
makes I've been in just for me, I've been in tune with my true feelings.
yeah,
You were saying how you kind of just glaze over stuff, be like, well, that's okay, they won't do it. No, I'm gonna tell you now
yeah.
I'm at a point where this is how I feel and this is how I'm gonna conduct myself. But I have been doing
Mhm.
it here lately where it's not I don't be mean. Like I used to
Yeah,
get kind of vindictive because
yeah,
like
because
my
you used to
pride
want to
is
get back.
Scorpio. Yeah, like I want to be petty, but I ain't even there. I'm not even. I just if I see the continue like it's a continuous pattern of mistreatment, then I'm just gonna
Yeah,
remove myself.
yeah.
And I don't even have
Or
no
if
hard feelings. It's just like, oh, this is what it is.
or
This is
if it's something that is agreeing with me and that I like, then because I know
then
we
you
always
say, yeah,
we so used to going on the bad part, but if it's some things that are agreeing with me and is I'm fucking with it.
right. And I'm gonna put forth what I how I feel. Well,
Yeah.
not put forth how I feel. That don't make no damn sense. I'm gonna put forth your effort, and I'm gonna be passionate about it because it's reciprocated.
hmm
For
So before
me,
we get to our topic, I don't know, I'm impelled to read the moon phase calendar and what
okay.
this means. So, today was a new moon in Virgo in the solar eclipse on the Virgo Pisces axis. And your feeling of safety is now related to order and clarity, even in emotions. You may have the need to organize everything chaotic and disorganized. Try being more tolerant and accept imperfections of life. It is better
Mm,
to trust life and let it run its own way. Not everything must be according to our expectations. The organs that are most sensitive right now and that you need to provide with care, and these are the organs that rule Virgo:
Virgo.
pancreas, small intestine, cecum, colon, digestive tract, duodenum, rectum, sense organs such as the eyes and ears. Mm.
Mm.
No surgical operations are recommended during this new moon.
Mm.
Okay, then.
No surgery
And
for
that's
me.
and that's how I felt. Like I said, I've been feeling like I'm tapping into my feelings and being okay with them,
Yeah.
and not just brushing over them for the safety of other people, for other people to feel comfortable. You
Right.
know,
Because when you do that, that's people pleasing, and you're never. When you people please, you're not happy. Like you're not taking care of yourself.
right? You put other people first at the expense
Mm-hmm.
of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and we ain't doing that no more. We ain't doing that at the end of 2025, my G. Let's go.
And
Yeah, so we
Glorilla
did.
boy. Hey, yay.
Exactly. Okay. Uh,
Man.
eh,
Well, that makes sense.
a lot of
Okay, so
sense.
let's look at this. All right, so we're talking about respecting differences. So the first thing I want to do is I want to give definitions of what a difference is and respect. So a difference is a point or way in which people or things are not the same. It don't even matter what you're talking about. It's just a point or a way in which people or things are not the same. Respect
Mhm.
means due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. Due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others.
Oh, you
To
almost you sounded like Dr. Umar. Okay, I'm sorry. You made me read shit twice.
I'm a teacher, leave me alone.
And he was too. Oh,
Okay.
teach looking ass. I felt like I was at school right then.
So to that just tickled me so bad.
Bruh. Sound like Miss Caesar in 1996 trying to get us
Shut the
to
fuck.
learn English. My Miss Caesar used to be on our ass, boy. I know she used to go smoke cigarettes in between breaks. She used to step outside that back door. I believe in between class she would smoke cigarettes
Listen,
because
I'm
we
gonna tell you who else used to step outside that back door at JCM. You remember Miss Taylor that taught English 3?
uh, Miss Taylor.
She
Ooh,
had
I
some
heard.
blonde hair. She used to go out of
Yes.
middle. She used to step out of mid class. Shit,
Miss
cause
Taylor was the honors teacher.
okay.
Yes. Ah, okay. Miss okay. And it's full circle. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I
Yes.
got one more I'm gonna read.
Okay.
That tickled me for real. So respecting someone means to acknowledging their inherent worth, dignity by valuing their feelings, opinions, and boundaries, even when you don't agree with them. Respecting someone means acknowledging their inherent worth, dignity by valuing their feelings, opinions, and boundaries, even when you don't
Mm,
agree with them. So
okay.
when you put all that together, that just means you should be okay with somebody else being different than you without treating them less than.
And we are seeing this. It's always happened, but we really seeing it with this dude that got killed. I don't even say that man's name. It's just getting on my nerves. But
Yeah,
people have
it's
been going. I'm not finna promote it because y'all ain't finna have me on the algorithm for saying that man's
sure
name.
ain't finna have me on there neither.
But we gonna call him Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. But ever since he died, it seems like, and it seems like everything now is to evoke. It's like everything that happens, right? It seems like everything that's happened since I'm gonna say the last couple years or so. It's to evoke people's emotions and feelings. And then you get situations where people don't respect others' feelings and emotions. And then people start arguing and it's a back and forth. It's a push pull or nonstop.
I really think this has been happening for forever. It's just way more visual to see or available to see visually because of social media.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's always been like that.
It's always been like that, but now it's more to where they are. It's induced by something else. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it's
saying?
being pushed.
Yeah, it's an agenda that's being pushed for motherfuckers to be upset about this, and well, I'm not agreeing with you and fighting, but you gotta agree to disagree. Like
But
I
what
don't
Bobby
have to.
Hemmings say? What Bobby Hemmings say in that video about how every time when it gets ready for the season to change from summer to spring, that they do a big energy
From
surge.
summer to fall, because the fall equinox is a big deal. Like I said, that's when that they're harvesting energy. They harvesting and fall hits when it's turning from Virgo to Libra. That's the beginning of
Yeah,
fall
it's
season.
all.
Fall season is harvesting, and you gotta think about it. When we have Halloween, what they doing? They harvesting fear.
On
That's
All Hallows Eve, and then it really don't nobody be scared, but the super religious people.
that part. That part. But we're agreeing. We're respecting differences. Like I said, if
I
you
don't have
religious,
a
that's
problem with anybody in their belief system. I do not like me. I don't care because majority of the time it's probably something that I have done.
right.
So I'm not gonna downplay you for believing in what you believe in, especially if at one point in life I believed in it. That'll be like me saying super hard shit about somebody that I dated or loved at one point. Like if I loved
Yeah.
him, I mean, I ain't gonna say I ain't never did it because I have, but I'm just at a
Yeah.
point in my life to where I really don't have no negative. I don't got like I
Ain't
ain't
got no
got
negative vibes right here, homie.
for real. Like if I don't fool with you, I ain't gonna fool with you. But that don't mean I
In
wish you bad, cause I don't. I
in my
want
in my
everybody to be
uh
happy.
in my Damien tone, I fool with you because I'm cool with you.
Yeah, but I ain't gotta. I don't have to interact with you. But because I don't interact with you, doesn't mean I don't wish you the best.
Right. And I just don't I may not agree with you. Because I ain't got to always agree with you.
I don't.
But it's cool.
But that don't mean I don't. I'm gonna be disrespectful. Like I got way better shit to do in life than to be mad at somebody over something I can't change. Man, I wish you the best, dog. It's just for real. I just don't have to deal with you. If you stress me out or put me in a place where it's affecting my nervous system, I'm just not gonna be able to do that.
Right. You ain't about to stretch me out.
And I could love you. I could love you down. Do you hear me?
Okay.
But I love me just. I love
I
me
love,
more downer.
I love me a whole lot more.
For real.
Let me love you
I could be
down.
soft for you. I could be all that shit. But if it's interfering with my ability to manage and maintain a healthy nervous system, I ain't
Mm.
gonna do it.
I ain't gonna be able to do
I
it,
get
player.
over that shit. I go cry and acknowledge how I feel and grieve the idea of what I had in my head and go on about my business.
I ain't gonna be able to do it, player.
I ain't. Okay, so let's talk about different types of differences that you see in individuals that should be respected. So the first one is perspectives. So to me, perspectives come from life experience.
Hmm.
What you
Yeah.
think?
So if I've gone through a situation, a tough situation, and we see this all the time, folks be so quick to throw their opinion in on some stuff, but you don't even know what these folk been through online.
Right.
Like, 'cause I watch a lot of Soft White Underbelly.
I do
What's the
too.
other one? Untold Stories. And so you see so many people that be quick to say, well, they should have did this or your parents should have did this, ma'am.
You
This
don't
lady was
know.
sexually abused by her parents, hit
Right.
by her parents, shipped off by her mama and her daddy. So you can't speak from anything. All you can would say is, damn, that's
It's
messed up
fucked
and keep
up.
it moving. But you
Right.
have, if you haven't been in that situation, you have no room to speak. And sometimes, even if you have been in that situation, everybody's situation is different.
It's
It could be the
different.
same situation, but different
The different
circumstances.
aspects. Like say for instance, if you could have the like you said the same situation, but let's just say that the cause of the situation in one setting was a sister, and then the cause of a situation in another setting was the dad.
Right.
So the perception of those two people who was the victim is gonna be different on how to deal with the situation or how it's gonna play out because of how it started.
Hmm.
So that's perception. Okay. So usually to get a perception, you have experiences. So that's another thing that should be respected because what I've been through in life is completely different than what somebody else has been through. So if
And at
I'm
the end of the day,
So if I'm trying to like build a relationship or friendship or any type of ship with somebody, in order for it to be effective, you have to respect other people's experiences, especially if
hmm,
they're willing to talk about it. So if
yeah.
you respecting their experiences, then you're gonna respect their perspective. And the only way you can come to an agreement with that shit though is to communicate about it. Or be
But
like,
what I'm
okay, well, this is
realizing,
how my
and
person
sometimes,
is.
well, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this. A lot of times when it comes to, I know for me being a black person, I be trying to tell black people when they always try to feel like, oh, we gotta explain to white people why this happened and
I ain't
what
talking
this.
about. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about within our community.
Yeah, well, I'm just giving that as an example of when they're not. No,
Sometimes you
some
need to
people are not
gatekeep
going to
information.
understand that. Huh?
Sometimes you need to gatekeep information.
You do. And sometimes you just need to realize that they have not gone through the same traumas that you
Right.
have. So they're not going to ever understand. And why would I try to understand something when I have had the upper hand? Don't
Right.
expect somebody who has had the upper hand to
To try
understand where you're coming from because they have never been through your struggle. They have never been through what you've been through. They've been through some stuff.
another example of like to give a better like a clearer like not a clearer but another example to just kind of make people understand what you're saying is say for instance if you went off to school or something and then you met people who are more affluent than you, so they're not going to understand
Exactly.
your experiences because you got rich people problems and I have not rich people problems. So
I got regular
what
money problems.
right, what's gonna stress me or what I know how to deal through or just be cool and just okay, well shit, let me just adjust to this because it really ain't that big of a deal. I done this before. I already know how to bounce back. The affluent person is not gonna understand it, so they're gonna fret.
And
And
that once again comes to much more different, different experiences.
yes, different experiences lead to different perspectives.
And I think that when you have gone through more experiences, you're going to have a wider perspective. That's my opinion. I may be wrong, but I feel like when you
No,
have
that makes more sense. The more you experience, the more you understand.
the more grace you're going to have for those that don't
Just
understand.
like you can take that and apply that to like you was talking about me reading this stuff. That's just
Yeah.
me coming from having experience as a teacher that when you giving directions or you're reading something, sometimes you got to read that shit 2 or 3 times and reword it so everybody can understand.
Right.
That's just what I learned in experience. Because I say my first year teaching, I just passed the paper at and be like, I read the instructions. But by the seventh
Mhm.
year, I realized, well, damn, I don't think these motherfuckers can read. So let me read the directions for them so that we can get somewhere. Okay.
Mhm.
So the third difference is beliefs.
Mhm. And that's when you get into more so a belief system is what
What you believe believe in.
what you
Shit.
believe in. That's your
Yeah,
core. I think your belief system is who you are at your core.
it is.
Like,
Do you think that a person, like I was saying earlier, for me, I believe that a person's belief system can grow, and as it grows, it changes, because at
the
some
changes.
point
Yeah.
you believe in things totally outside of yourself, and then
Hmm.
as you grow and gain understanding of different spirits, for me, once I grew and gained different understanding of spiritual aspects, I understood
Hmm.
that it was more tied into self and things that are attached to self, as in like things that are innately inherited from my ancestors.
Right. And then a lot of the things that people are reading are about you, your personal growth and development. It ain't no outside shit
It's
for
not
you
an
to be like, hey,
outside. Because even
it's
when you
it's
take it in and put it on different, like I said, if your belief system is based upon religious traditions, whatever, whatever, then that's, I lost my train of thought.
I think that, and I also think I'm realizing that most of these systems are the same systems. Whatever
They
you
are.
believe, it, it just it's different. Like, and I'm not, and even like even when you start getting into this new age spirituality stuff, a lot of that stuff is a form of
It's the
control and keep you in a
same
certain
thing.
box.
I
It's
don't.
the same thing.
Because they say, oh, everybody's got their own way of, if you would came up under this head, then you got to do this, or you got to do this. But I feel like
I
it
do what works for me.
what works for me exactly, and as long as I'm not causing harm to nobody else,
Yeah.
what difference does it matter? And like the ultimate goal of all beliefs is to be a better person, is it not?
Yes, it is to be a better person.
So whether
But
I
I feel
believe
like
in
when
my ancestors, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whatever,
right
the ultimate goal is to be a better person.
is be a better person and attain. You're trying to feed your soul. Your
Right,
soul is trying to find out what it needs to do, and in order to get to that higher level, or to get your physical on the level with your soul.
right.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes. Need to
Yeah.
form
To do
some
your soul's work. And
or
sometimes you just need that extra, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not even talking shit about religion, because sometimes people
I mean
need
we
that.
have, but I still like when I found this um on my Facebook, I think it was from 14 years ago.
Hmm.
It might have been 10. I don't know. It was a card that I had wrote out about, I've been writing for forever. But it was like talking about me following God's will for me. And
Hmm.
at the time, that's where I was at and understanding, but I was in a process of searching for something to heal me outside of self.
Right.
Because I'm
And two,
trying,
religion is a stair stepper to open yourself up as well. And I'm
it
saying
is.
this as somebody who I didn't grow up as no Christian. So
I
me
did.
not growing up as no Christian, I never got indoctrinated that early. I grew up Muslim. Muslim is still another form of indoctrination. But I grew up Muslim. Then at a young age, at fourth, fifth grade, I switched to Christianity. So I got to see both aspects, how they were similar and they had slight differences, but I think that opened me up to explore more, because after that I started thinking like it's more to this. Like it's
It's
more to
gotta
this
be
than
more
just
to this. The same way you
yeah,
say, the same, I look at it like this, the same way you can look at Earth versus the universe versus all the other so-called planets or whatever. Ain't no way we the only fucking life
man.
on
That
Earth.
that's
So if
that's
this is that infinite, what makes you think that the
he
only
just gonna
solution
stop here on
is
Earth.
it's gonna stop here with this one book? Like,
Exactly.
come
And
on,
that's
no. You gotta open your horizon, your horizon. What's the word? Verizon. That's a
broaden your horizon, expand your horizons.
Verizon nigga call me. Nah, but for real, like you ain't no like I don't get it. And then it talk about a book of knowledge, a tree of knowledge.
Mhm.
So in reality, if they didn't, if it was told to the people to not eat of that, what are you hiding?
Right. And my thing, that was my thing. I was always like, because the church, I grew up in Church of Christ. And so they would always say, we the only people going to heaven, Church of Christ people. And I was like, how is that? When
Like
you
what?
a spin off, when
It's
originally it was
so
just a
many
Catholic.
different people. So you mean to tell me can't none of the dogs come? But the movie
Man, or you
said
mean
all dogs go to heaven.
or you mean to tell me that us 200, 400 people in all the Church of Christ is in the United States
I
is
mean,
the
all
only
the
people
ones
going to
got
heaven?
get the fuck out.
No. That threw me off. And then we
But
would have to go in
this is
front of the church
realistic
and
though.
repent our sins. Like if we seen we had to repent, you didn't have to tell the details, but it was kind of, and that threw me off. I was like, that's supposed to be a
Talking about in
conversation between
front of everybody.
girl. Yes, at the church, you would go up to the front if you have sinned. You go up in the church and you can and that was just always conflicted. It was conflicted because I was like, why am I sharing this with the church
It ain't
when
just
this
so
is
they can talk about each other.
right? Like when it's between me and God, I don't need an intercessory. I don't need an intercessory of 300 plus people knowing
But that's like
that
that
I done
video.
sinned.
That's like that video when that girl had get pregnant. She was like 15, and she stood up in front of it and she was like, "Well, I know I want to apologize to everybody for being pregnant, and I know I don't deserve a
Yes,
baby shower, and I don't do. But where was the boy?
exactly. It's similar to that, and you can go into as much detail as you want to when you repent, or usually just go up there and say, "I have repented." And I would like to ask the church for forgiveness. I have sinned, and
But
you
why
can
are
say
you
what you
asking the church for forgiveness if the only entity that you have to answer to is the higher power?
can. Man, that's what I used to ask myself every time. So every time I did something that I felt like was a sin, I got to go up here on Sunday morning and ask
I
y'all for
gotta
forgiveness.
tell everybody
Hell
though. So
no.
I guess that's kind of like when you go through, but everybody though, I don't feel like you should have
Everybody. I can deal maybe with the way Catholics do it, and they go talk to the one person in the
in the
booth,
little booth. Yeah, that
but
makes
not,
sense too. But that's
but not, but and I'm not bashing. Like I said, I'm not
no, we
bashing
just
Church of
having
Christ.
we're just
We're
talking
just
about
having an open
things.
discussion.
Yes, we're not bad. This is not anything negative because everybody's like we said, we're respecting differences.
Yeah,
I
and
can
we
listen to
grew up.
that
Both
word.
of us grew up in church. Like
I
shit.
did. Hold on.
Yeah, I guess I'm over here by
You
myself.
ain't, because
Mic
why
check
is
1 2
Skylar
1 2.
and Isis fighting?
Oh, the dog and the child.
Girl, they be wrestling.
Oh Lord,
They
cause
they
that's what
been
you.
wrestling since we got her though.
Well, that's her
That's what
wrestling
they
buddy.
do. It is.
WWE. I was about to get on
WWE.
the mic. I was finna goddamn it flow real on y'all ass.
Hold on,
Flow
let me
real.
read then. What
I'm lying. You can't do. You can't.
you can't
It's
just
got to
jump
be.
on
It's
there.
got to be. It's got to be improv.
Ah,
Girl, this
okay.
thing won't let me like the butt. But yeah, we're not bashing anything because I know sometimes I can come off as like, oh, I don't believe reading. I don't church.
I can
No.
too. But I can't I don't knock anybody for their belief system because like I said, I was once
Yeah.
there.
And
So
everybody's
I'm
yeah,
not gonna knock
everybody's so
you, especially all I can do is when people I this is where I'm at now. When people question me on that I can share information with you now. If you're receptive to the information or you get offended, that's on you. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I don't care no more.
yeah. eh,
What I can guarantee you is I'm not gonna mistreat you. Now,
Right.
can you say the same? Is that really big
Exactly.
question? Because I've been mistreated a whole lot based on my belief system, but I've and at the point to where I would, have to defend
Mhm.
myself.
Right.
But
And
there's
that go and
absolutely no reason why I should have to defend my beliefs, long as
yeah.
especially if nobody's being harmed.
Right. And then beliefs go deep, go more, or not just in church or religion either. Spiritual beliefs. Let's talk about political beliefs.
Right.
Political beliefs are a really big one. A really,
Uh-huh.
really big one. People be about to damn go to bat, go to war for their political beliefs, baby.
They
And it's real bad. It's like, dang, y'all argue all day about Democrats, Republicans, all this shit is the same thing, just two different wings of the
do
same
different.
bird.
Right. And all, at the end of the day, who is being helped?
Exactly. Them. They is lining their pockets. While
Man,
y'all over here bickering
fighting and
about a
shit.
nigga. Right, about a nigga getting shot. These motherfuckers is getting they are harvesting your energy and your dollars. Okay. So
Okay,
that's a belief system that's really uh belief and
horrible.
belief, huh?
I said it's horrible. The whole concept
I know the main two belief system that folk be going at it about is religion
and politics.
and
I be
and politics.
I be running from this shit. I don't want to talk about no thank you. I got to pee. Excuse me. I got to pee. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm going to the restroom. Excuse me. My stomach tight.
Okay. Uh, And
All right. Let's see. So let's talk about ways to show respect. So I'm just gonna read the little list off that I when I looked it up or whatever, and then we can go.
mhm.
We can what's the word? Go into detail or whatever.
Yeah.
Um. So the first one is to listen actively. So if somebody is talking about their perspective, their experience, their belief, then you make sure that you're listening actively. Acknowledge the differences. So like if you in a situation where say if me and you had two different religious beliefs, I can acknowledge the fact that you believe this and the fact and you can acknowledge that I believe this and it's mutual.
Right. And I'm still gonna love you because you're my
I'm
friend.
still,
Like,
right. And I'm still gonna look right. The third one is value their views. So even though we have two different beliefs, I still can learn something from you and you can learn something from me. So
mhm,
therefore I'm going to value what you think because I mean what
mhm.
you believe because at the end of the day I don't know everything.
Right.
Uh Communicate respectfully. That's self-explanatory. Don't be calling me no dumb motherfucker because I might want to go outside and hug trees. That's just what I want to do. And if you call me a dumb motherfucker, then I'm gonna call you a stupid motherfucker. And then that is not gonna be no. It's we're not coming back from that. We might as well fight.
Cause I can't help it. I'm the tree whisperer, bitch.
Man, what you said, and he be talking to me and shit. But
Hey,
for real,
I saw a lady who was going through the trees, and it was fun. It was comical, but it was cute. And she was a little
it
black
was
lady.
she
She was
was she
walking.
making them come to her.
Yes, she was walking through. Yes, and she was like, "See, the trees are inviting me to come this way,"
But
and it
that
made
might
me
have been really what was happening though.
right, and it made me think about Dorothy on the Wizard of Oz when she went. They was in the forest, and she grabbed one of them trees, and the tree smacked, grabbed an apple out of the tree. The tree smacked her hand and said, "Put my shit down. You didn't ask for this."
Right. You don't
So
have
that
permission. And I think when you deal with anything in nature, you should like when I go outside, when I get ready to do my floors, I use for real pine needles and I heat them to pull from it, and then I put it in my mop water. And pine is for
mhm,
protection and all this whatever. But before I pull it, I ask because the trees are
yeah,
living fucking things. So
you
that's my
tree hugger.
belief. So if exactly, so if you tell me that motherfucker crazy, she be out there talking to her pine trees. Okay, so but you go and you talk to the
A
table.
congregation. You talk to a whole congregation about your
At
sin.
least the trees not gonna tell everybody and talk about me like a dog.
Girl, you know that she came up to try to do something was going on. No, I'm
Yeah,
just playing.
right. No, but for real though, to me it seems safer to talk to something that you know. It might not be able to respond, but it's also not going to degrade you.
And let's not forget, a lot of times it boils down to perspective. What in your mind works for you is what works
Yes.
for you. And that's the
So, but you
perspective of
still
everything.
always communicate respectfully.
And if you feel like, because whenever you are in tune with yourself, whether you are religious and go to church or whatever, you see outcome based off of what you believe in. And when you believe in
Right.
it and you believe in it heavily, you get the outcomes that you want. So that's why I ain't knocking shit.
I don't knock it neither. Do what you do.
Cause
Now
you might go to
I
heaven.
would talk
You,
about the deficits that come from the building, but
yeah.
the belief system,
I'm gonna laugh at your ass, but you might go to heaven with a white Jesus in a
you might.
robe.
Shit, I hope you
If
get there,
that's
and I
what
hope
you
the gates
believe.
is curly and everything.
That's
Uh,
like off of, what's that TV show, the it used to come on. It don't even come on no more. The Coven. Ooh, what was that TV show? American Horror. The
American Horror
Coven.
Story, The Coven. That was
American
the
Horror.
best season ever.
The Coven, yes. And when that girl died, she said, I went to a blank void. I was like, whoop. She
Right.
said it
Or
was just
like
blank.
chaos when they was walking through the frame and everybody down there froze.
Yes. But I just remember vividly on American Horror Story, because when the mama died, she went to hell, and her hell was having to be married to her last husband that she really fucking hated.
And then the big
So
girl hell was she was stuck in Gabrielle, what's her name? She was stuck working at that chicken place with Papa Legba.
yes. So everybody's perspective or
Of
your
hell
belief,
is different. Shit, you might already be living in hell. Say if you say you could go to church or you could believe whatever you believe, but you still stuck in a super abusive relationship, you already in hell. I mean, how much worse is it gonna get? In some
right?
situations or cases like that, some people might be like, "Well, damn, he done beat me this many times. I just rather die."
Right. It might be a
It
belief
might
better
be
on the other
better.
side. Better on the
Right.
other side.
Okay, so the next one is show gratitude. So for me, anytime I come out of something or get ready to go through something, I feel like let me be grateful for this experience, because all this experience is going to do is give me a wider perception.
It's gonna add to the notches on my belt, bitch.
Yes, and I appreciate it.
And then I
So,
can go back to my memory bank and be like, "Ooh, when I
right,
was here, I learned this." Do my
exactly.
through my
My file cabinet.
right. This is what happened here, and I was doing this at this church. I did learn this from
I
church.
did.
I
Yeah.
did learn this from Islam.
Right. And this is what I know. I did learn this from when I went through this program. And so I know that
Yeah,
when I do that, I need to sit down and write me a pros and cons list. What
yeah.
I need, you know what I'm saying? Different ways to figure out the things that are happening in your life. But every time, when it's over with, or when I come out of it, or when it's getting better, I can just be like, okay, but I'm grateful for this interaction.
Ooh, it almost
Because,
took me out, but hey, I'm
right, I almost
grateful.
died, but I
I
did,
quit my job because you motherfuckers was getting on my nerves. But I'm grateful.
oh, I cussed all y'all out because y'all was getting on my nerves, but I'm grateful that I got to experience that, because now I know to control my emotions.
Right. And now I know what the fuck was
Right.
really going on.
Okay. So 6 is honor boundaries.
But how do you know people's boundaries? Some people don't tell you their boundaries.
Some people don't know their own boundaries.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some people don't tell you
So
boundaries.
I feel
And they
like
just be doing what
the
the fuck
only
ever.
way you can know I ain't gonna say the only way, but one way to know boundaries is through
So ask
perspective
them.
and experiences. If I know this is how I act when this happens, I'm not doing this no more.
Or I'm talking about
Or
with
I'm
other
not going
people.
to allow this to happen to me anymore.
You're
Those are
talking
my
about honoring
boundaries.
your own boundaries, but what about if you're respecting differences? What about if you're somebody
Other
that you
people's
are,
boundaries. The only way you're gonna know somebody else's boundaries is if they tell you, or if they just cut you out their life.
or if you ask them, "Hey, how do you
Why
feel
you
about
stop
this?
talking to me?
What happened?" Girl,
Right.
I joined church. I started following Jesus.
And you
And
what? You
you're a
still head
heathen.
on stones. Well, that's cool.
Right. And then I know that's her they boundary.
Yeah, and that's cool. But that don't mean I don't have to talk like you. I have friends of all walks of life. Well, I ain't
I
gonna
do
say
too.
friends. I'm gonna say people that I interact with on a consistent basis.
Associates.
Yeah, but I don't disrespect them because they believe different than me. Only time I'm gonna disrespect somebody is if you disrespect me first.
So do you think that's why they tell people not never to discuss religion and politics?
Yes, because people get disrespectful, and there should be a boundary. I don't have to. And plus, if we just work together, really, if you think about it, your political beliefs and your religion is personal. I
Well,
don't
I
have to
know
tell
down here
you.
in the South, a lot of people will come up to you and start talking to you about stuff
That's
and
different, but you don't have to answer that shit.
their beliefs. And I'd be like,
I
"Oh,
just
should I
walk
tell them?
away. Boy, I be having to pee all the time. I gotta pee.
I'm gone. I be talking to people because I like playing devil's advocate.
I
I
mean, it
realize
depends on where I'm at. Like if I'm just out, then I might have that conversation. But if I know I gotta, if the conversation might get with get outside of somebody's boundaries of respect, I'm not going to discuss that in a place that I have to go every day. I'm not doing
yeah.
it.
No, I'm not in no place I go every day, but like if I'm out in public, because I sit in
If I'm
Walmart
just
one
at
day.
the ice cream shop, then that's different.
Yeah, I talked to a dude. We sat there and talked about 30 minutes. And like I agree with some of the stuff he said and I disagree with some. And I learned, I know I'm pretty good now at learning to respect other people's differences and still give them the space, but I give you mine too.
Yeah.
And you may not like it, but I'm gonna let you talk and feel how you feel, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I agree with some of that. I can see that.
Yep.
But let me hit you with this.
Right. So what you think about that? And that's called open communication. And a lot of people are not capable of that.
You right, because they think their way is the
They
only
get
way.
so caught up in their own perspective, experiences, and belief that you can't see something from somebody else. Like you don't even have the mental capacity to be open minded enough to even try.
Cause you shallow, bitch. You shallow. No, I'm just playing. You're not shallow.
No, but
You
for
just
real,
your
yes,
life is. You just haven't had the experiences
shallow.
to possibly
You three
experience all
feet
of that.
deep, bro. That's it.
You
Deep
shallow,
in
bitch. You
you, respectfully. All right, the next. I'm just bullshit. I'm not being respectful. Talking about people, but no, but for real, like respectfully. The next one is be accountable. Now, I love accountability. Even when I'm in the wrong, like if I'm in the wrong, I'd be like, my bad. I shouldn't have. I did whatever. I do it with my kids. I do it with my students. I do it with anybody that I deal with. If I messed up or if I did something to overstep my boundaries, if I value that relationship or I know that in order for me to maintain the consistency or the whatever I need to in my classroom, I hold myself accountable. I apologize.
yeah.
Off rip.
What the
I'm
church
sorry.
song? I cleaned up what I messed up, and I'm
Man, for
starting
real.
my life all
Yeah. I
over
don't have a problem.
again.
And I tell like and I mean I have gotten to the point to where if whatever I did offended you to the point to where you don't want to deal with me no more, I'm a hold accountability and I still say, even though I know this is whatever I respect it of you,
Yeah,
but I apologize. Even if you don't have to say. And I learned that, and if we go back to experiences and belief, is working in my that 12-step program that I work is when you uh acknowledge where you messed up at, and then have do amends. So
yeah,
and then when we work through that process, I was taught that you can apologize to somebody, but they don't have to accept it. Like and all I can do
yep.
is
They don't have to accept it.
I don't you don't have to be okay
Yep,
with me
they don't have
being
to, and they don't have to acknowledge it either, because it may not be in their level of
it
in
might not be in
understanding or
their level.
understanding.
It doesn't, right.
And that's what
And
I'm
that's a
realizing.
hard
Like,
pill to swallow too, is when you genuinely like I could genuinely be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean or whatever. because I didn't do it like intentionally. It just shit like, and I don't mean on no like fuck off cheat type shit. I just mean just in general. I generally hurt your feelings, and they wasn't, but
Yeah.
it wasn't my intention. I still had to respect whatever they solution
Yeah,
is,
decide.
vice versa.
Yeah, because that's the main thing. I can only control myself,
Right. And that's
and I
it
can
goes the same
acknowledge.
way. So if somebody does something to me and I don't have to accept your apology. I don't have to
Yeah,
be okay with having you in my life, in my everyday. I don't have to tell you shit.
I can
And you have to
forgive
be
you, but I ain't
respectful.
got to forget.
Right. And I can fool with you, like if I see you out, my ears are ringing. If I see you
Mm,
out somewhere or whatever, but I don't have to deal with you intimately as I did before. Because
yeah.
I know
Well,
that
I know. I still be dealing with folk. I be giving folk chances until I just can't
I
no
ain't
more.
saying that I don't, man. I will give 159,000 chances. But when I say I'm done,
I'm done.
I'm done.
It means I'm done, done,
For real.
done it all, done it all, done it
I
all.
delete everybody. You, your mama, it don't matter. When I say I'm done, it's a wrap. It's over with. You will never get that same can, like if I see you out somewhere, I say, hey, how you doing? Then again, I might not.
Hmm.
It just depends. But because I know that my initial interaction with whoever I'm dealing with is usually, I ain't gonna say usually, it's good. Like my interactions are, I have good intentions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a giver.
What they mean when they say
Hmm.
what they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Shit, I might take that shit to hell. You keep fucking with me. Nah, but I try to I just have learned just going through shit when you try to control what somebody else doing or make somebody else do like that somebody always ends up hurt or the relationship ends.
Yeah.
And it might not be something that you wanted to end. It might have been something that you wanted to grow from, but because you're trying to force or control the interaction, then it ends. Especially if
Yeah.
it's control without open communication. Like if I did something, I can be like, "Well, I did this because XYZ," or this is part of my neurodivergence. So that's just how my brain breaks
Hmm.
down information like this. I didn't mean any harm, but that's just how my brain works. Like I that's something that I can't control.
Yeah. I ain't mean no harm back.
Yeah. So we done had a lot of jump ins, jump outs, yeah,
I
temps,
know.
whatever that means. Okay, so the next one is act with integrity. So
Let's see.
integrity to me is just doing the right thing even when nobody looking.
Yeah.
So
Integrity is what integrity is your
your moral
integrity.
compass,
Your moral compass. Everybody ain't born the moral compass, I
they
don't
not.
think.
So and that's where I think no, they not. But what is more like my morals might not be your morals. So it's
Hmm.
whatever you and whomever you're interacting with has agreed upon.
Yeah.
So if we agree, say if I was in a relationship or whatever, that's just I'm just gonna use the most common one. If I was in a relationship and I know that okay, my boyfriend, I hate saying boyfriend at 40, my man is I'm going out of town and I want him to trust me to know that okay, well my woman she going out of town, whatever. I know she ain't finna be on that bullshit because we have agreed that we're gonna be monogamous and this is what we're doing.
Hmm.
So I have the integrity to not go out and do and cheat or whatever.
Yeah.
That's to me. it's an agreement between whomever you're dealing with that you're going to do whatever you agree to do, whether they are there or not.
Hmm.
And
So
if
have integrity.
yeah, it like if I respect, like if I took that same example, if I said, oh yeah, I respect my man, then I'm going to have integrity to do what we have agreed to do, whether he's
Hmm.
watching or he's there or he's not there.
So that's
And
an example of integrity. What is an example in respecting differences?
that's having integrity is one way to show respect.
Hmm.
So if it's in differences, say okay, if I have a friend and she believes in whatever she believes in, and I believe in this, I'm still not gonna talk about her or her belief system because I
Hmm.
respect what she believes.
And I would like to, and I respect what I believe, and I would
Right.
hope.
So I'm not gonna
Okay.
downplay either. But we still can hang out and kick it or whatever. Like it doesn't that doesn't it's gonna bring differences into the relationship. But I feel like if you have a open set of open communication with whomever that person is that you have these differences with,
Hmm.
you should be able to discuss it without it being negative because you have
Right.
a form of integrity that y'all have agreed upon, whatever y'all have agreed upon.
Right.
Okay, and the last one is avoid disrespect, and that's just pretty much self-explanatory.
Not gonna disrespect your.
Don't disrespect me.
We gonna keep it. We gonna keep it classy.
But I do feel like if there is, like, sometimes conversations get heated and disrespect might occur. But I feel like
Yeah.
if you respect that person, then you're gonna go back and you're gonna show gratitude for their relationship and talk about how you can honor those boundaries and be accountable for where you went wrong in that situation with integrity.
Gonna keep it classy, not trashy.
Yeah. So I can value, and then at the end of the day, if you value your relationship with that person, then you're gonna value the differences because I feel like in a relationship you should have, like, the basis should be in agreement, but because everybody has different perspectives, different experiences, and different beliefs, then the differences should be valued. So I'm
Right.
going to value your viewpoint, even though we don't automatically have the same. Everything is not going to be same because I grew up here, you grew up there. This is what you seen growing up. This is what I seen growing up. But because I value that or I respect you, I'm going to utilize these
Yeah.
different aspects
I
to,
value you, and I'm going to respect what you
yeah,
have going
what
on
you have
because I
going on.
value you. And if
Yeah,
I value you, then I'm going to value our differences as well.
right. I and then the last part is why respect is important. And it's important because it promotes healthy relationships, like what we just explained, as far as valuing somebody, and then it builds
Hmm.
strong communities. So if we take that whole situation that we just explained and
Yeah.
apply it to different relationships within a community, whether it's daughter to mom, son to dad, uh this religious person with that religious person, like if it's respect within each aspect, then your community gonna be strong. So instead of focusing on the differences and being negative about it, you build upon those differences, or you don't necessarily pay attention to the differences, you build on what's necessary. I
Hmm.
think that makes sense.
Hmm.
And then the last one is uh recognize inherent worth. So
If
like
I
I was
know
saying,
my worth and I'm
right,
my value, then I can accept other people's differences because I
I value
value.
myself. And I know that at
Hmm.
the end of the day, I'm worthy. So if I know that I'm worthy, why would I try to degrade or make somebody else feel like they're not worth something because of their beliefs?
Right.
So, but I'm still going to be set firm in what I believe and excuse me, whatever. But that doesn't mean I have to degrade you for what you believe.
Right.
It's all love, especially within
Yeah.
community. And I'm not saying, and when I speak on community, like I'm really speaking on like I see this a lot in our community.
Yeah.
Because say for instance, you have these people that have these beliefs and these political views, and then you have another sector of people that believe this and this. We so busy fighting within our own community that that's the downfall.
Yeah.
So everybody want to be right. Like I don't have to believe this certain way for you to respect because I might know how to do something in a different way than you do, which might benefit you, but because you so close-minded, or I might be so close-minded about something that I'm not willing to see it. So therefore our
Accept you because
community
you're
suffer.
different.
Yeah, so the community is gonna suffer because of closed-mindedness.
Hmm.
And I think everybody can be guilty of closed-mindedness. It just depends on what the topic is.
Yeah, we all, but like I said, those just have to learn how to be open to others' differences. You agree to disagree. Yeah, that's my favorite thing. Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. And
I
I love to
disagree,
say
but you know
respect,
what? It's all right. I don't agree with you, but hey,
but I
this what
don't have
makes us
to.
all different.
Right.
It's
And at the end
it's
of the
called
day,
being uniquely me, nigga.
man, do you hear me?
Uniquely me.
Yeah.
All right, well that's a good one.
That was. Let me find this thing so I can read it. Flip through my little notebook. That John on his last leg. I need to add some more paper in. I'm still tripping
Uh,
out. He called me Dr. Myself, Dr. Umar. That shit tickled the fuck out
you
of me.
did when you repeated that like that. I said that's Dr. Umar.
This shit was funny. Okay. So we are root of your root, soil of your soil, bone of your bone, and blood of your blood. We boldly and graciously thank our ancestors for their guidance with our connection to source, to gaining peace in our mind, protection from monitoring spirits, the ability to send negativity back to the sender, the wisdom to communicate truthfully from an open heart space, allowing forgiveness, which to continue the open heart space, the clarity to see success and accept joy into our lives, the ability to create necessities for health and good energy. So, with that, we overstand, understand, and understand the strength and power that's being bestowed upon us. We accept the responsibility of the gifts passed down to us. We walk in your strength and power today and every day. Ashe.
I see.
I've been reading good today.
Okay. Sound like you on your reading level, grown people reading level.
Hey, you heard
Not a third grade reading level.
I don't know what was going on there, but boy, I couldn't get it together.
It be like that sometimes when you hit a certain age. No, I'm just playing. All
Nah, but for
right.
real.
All right.
All right.